Hello, good evening, everyone. My name is James Lincoln, and today we are going to talk about. I'm going to talk about Christian ethics, and what I've put here is, as according to Scott B. Ryan, he says that Christian ethics is a blend of both virtues and principles. Morality is ultimately grounded in the character of God. That is, the ultimate source of morality is not God's command, but God's character. For many people who do not hold to the particulars of a Christian worldview, embrace Christian ethics as a valuable asset of moral guidelines and ideals for society. Even people who deny key Christian doctrines, such as the deity of Christ, will admit that Jesus was both a compelling example and an insightful moral teacher. Yes, we all know Jesus was a compelling example and a moral teacher, and that is the reason why we are following him. Okay, Christian ethics gives us three branches. One, we have right, and two, we have wrong. When we come to right, what I will say is, according to the Bible, marriage is between a man and a woman. At the wrong side, the world says that marriage is between two people. And then when it comes to, it depends. Gay people think that they can do whatever they like because marriage is how you like it. You can choose to be a woman and a woman or a man and a man. But this is wrong. Marriage is between a man and a woman if we are to consider the moral aspect of Christian ethics. And then understanding Christian ethics is a moral authority. According to Wayne Grudem, 2018, he states that ultimate basis for Christian ethics is the moral character of God, which all believers must emulate. And here, what are the moral characters of God, which underlies Christian ethics? He said the Bible, the three passages that describes the moral character of God are one. 1 John chapter 4, verse 19 says, we love each other because he loved us first. That's NLT. This means that God is love, so he commands us to love one another. And the second one is 1 Peter 1:18. 1 Peter 1:15 reads, but now you must be holy in everything you do, just as God who chose you is holy. This is NLT. God is ethically holy, and so he commands us to live a holy life. And the third one is Luke 6:36, states, be merciful, just as your Father is merciful. God is merciful, such as he instructs his followers to show mercy to the deprived ones. These three characters are the virtues of God. Holiness, God is holy. Love, God is love. And mercy, merciful, and God is merciful. We have to show mercy, and we should be merciful to whoever we come into contact, especially the deprived ones. And we have to love one another as our Father loves us and gave himself for us. And we have to live a holy life if we want to go according to the principles of God. Then all these virtues must be embedded within us. Okay, and then we come back to issues in Christian ethics. The issues in Christian ethics, talks about three ethical issues. He said, Christian ethics teaches us how to live for the glory of God. 1 Corinthians 10:31. There are three issues that this passage in the Bible describes. One, a character that glorifies God. A Christian must always live a Christ-like character worthy of praise. Resolve that glorifies God. A Christian's living must bear abundant fruit for God's kingdom. That is a challenging life which will encourage people to seek God. And the third one is behavior that glorifies God. The Christian must be obedient to God and live in a personal relationship with Him. Here, we'll include them. 2018 talks all these three ethical issues. And coming back to behavior, in our community, we have to live an exemplary life for people to know that we are portraying a Christian life. We shouldn't live a life that will give a lot of question marks. But if we do that, we cannot win people. We cannot win souls to Christ. And then, when we come to this point here, which is the next aspect, on undecided ethical dilemma, he said, based on the personal experience, there are some topics described by C.S. Lewis, 1980, that makes the undecisive, or that makes me undecisive. C.S. Lewis states that you may say, I've never had the sense of being held by an invisible God, but I often have been held by other human beings. Okay, here, according to C.S. Lewis' assertion, I will hold my breath. I will hold my breath a little bit and be indecisive. Why? Because all the time, as I know, I've been helped by the living God. I've been helped by Christ whenever I call Him. Depending upon friends, I help a lot. I used to help a lot of friends, and still I help a lot of friends. Whenever they are in need, particularly in finance, in togetherness, in everything, I help them. But when it comes to my turn, I don't get anybody to help me. Anytime I fall on them, any of them, they give excuses. And as such, it makes me wonder, are they not my friends? It doesn't give me the love to come out straight away that, oh, okay, I can trust this. And this is the reason why I say I am undecided when it comes to depending on friends to help me, but instead I will depend on my God for help. Psalm 121, verse 1 and 2 says, I will lift up my eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help comes from the Lord, the creator of heaven and earth. So I will depend on God for any help. And then, in conclusion, this view gives me the recognition that God's laws are absolute, yet there are higher and lower laws humans must follow, which attempt to combine the nature of God's command, the reality of life in a fallen world, and a proper understanding of moral ethics will be acceptable. Thank you very much, and be blessed.